Hello, it's the No Face Movement. I'm making this video on September the 1st, but y'all that's watching, it's September 2nd, 2007. Next time I'm making videos, we're going to stay up to date with Harvey. We're going to definitely, our main focus right now is on Irma, on our category Superstorm, what I'm going to call Superstorm Irma. We're going to be definitely back on that on September 4th. But right now, before we get into this video, if you live on the East Coast, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, please buy food, get water, get perishable goods, canned goods, ramen noodles, get emergency equipment. Alright, folks. On September the 4th, on Monday, when I come back, stay up to date. I want to tell you what's going to happen with Irma, but there's a 70% chance it's going to make landfall between, when it hits America, it's going to make landfall. And it's going to be a superstorm. It's going to be a super big storm, the size of this storm. It's not just going to be the main part, the middle, but this hurricane is going to be big. It's going to be real big. So if you live in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, all right, please be prepared, and please be prepared to evacuate. Even if your local government don't tell you to evacuate, just please have that plan in motion, and you're ready to get out of there. All right, because when Hurricane Irma, when it does make landfall, it's going to be sometime next week. And the best, you're going to have 2 to 3 days before the hurricane hits. All right, folks. And that's 70% chance of that's going to happen. The other 30-40% chance, we're going to take a bit closer look on September the 4th. Hopefully it does not land in the Northeast. So if you guys do live in the Northeast or live in the Gulf of Mexico, please stay your eye focused too on this superstorm Irma. All right. Even if you live in the middle of America, West Virginia, all right, Alabama, Tennessee, please keep an eye out, because it's going to be a super big storm when it makes landfall, and we're going to be able to feel this storm hundreds of miles within land too as it moves inland. And it's going to make landfall most likely as a category between 3 to 5, folks. Because right now it's category 4, and it's just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's going to be category 5 either by Saturday night, tonight, or Sunday morning. Now let's get into Harvey. Now what's crazy, if you live down south, yes, Harvey, the storm is done. Hallelujah, hallelujah, the storm is done. But now it's time to get back up on your feet. And we're going to really feel it at this point on. All right. All these donations from Red Cross. Everyone thinks that when you donate to Red Cross, you should donate to Red Cross too. All right. Even though all the money don't go to one thing, it goes to the next disaster too, folks. All right. So, say Hurricane Harvey got a donation of $10 billion. All right. I'm just giving you a figure of what's way more than that probably too, but they only used $1 billion for that event. And the reason for that is because Red Cross got to keep on moving. You understand what I'm saying? So while this event's happening, they're gonna milk it for what it's worth for real. That's what Red Cross is gonna do, and save it for the next event, like Hurricane Irma. All right, this on BBC. We're gonna start it off. How hard has Hurricane Harvey hit the local economy? So far, there's an estimate of $125 billion or $97 billion that affect our economy. It affects our economy way more than that. And we're going to start feeling it in the rest of the United States of America later on, starting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in our economy. All right. And the reason for that is Houston, Texas, one of the hardest places hit by Hurricane Harvey. All right. Has 1/3 of the country's oil production there. And it's been offline. It's going to be offline for more days to come. All right. It's crazy what's going on down there. It really is. Also, they produce foods, a lot of famous foods like Lay's, some places down there, and stuff like that, folks. But right now, if you live down in Texas, you can feel it because they get it straight from the source, that oil. That gasoline, they get that straight from the source down there. Dallas, you can see cities all around Texas having lines outside trying to get gasoline because there's a shortage. All right, not the whole country, United States, we're going to fill that kind of shortage because it's only 1/3, but we are going to fill that shortage next week when the prices go higher. And I'm not talking about 5, 10, 15 cents. I'm talking about 50 to $1 more. So right now, while the prices are low, if you live in other parts of the country, like me and my family, we filled up our tanks. If you live on the East Coast, right now is the time to go fill it up. And it's not because of the prices. Go fill it up because of that superstorm Hurricane Irma. Because you guys are going to need a boot out wherever that hurricane makes landfall, folks. All right, if you live on the coast, definitely be prepared. This is going to be a Category 3 to 5 hurricane. And the size of this storm is going to be big when it makes landfall. Hurricane Irma, when it makes landfall, a 70% chance. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. You guys are going to feel it. All right, another thing that's crazy about Hurricane Harvey, not Irma, but Harvey, that's happening, right, is about the storm damage. All right, if you live in the city of Beaumont, not just the city of Beaumont, but we're going to give you a specific. If you live in the city of Beaumont, the drinking water shut off. And these hospitals or these shelters that these people have been evacuated to, they ain't even got water. They can't even drink now. They got to evacuate these other hospitals and these other shelters because they ain't even got water. All right? And if you live anywhere in Southeast Houston, I won't even drink that water, folks. Those pipes in the ground are old. All right, those pipes in the ground are old, right next to the sewage line. All right, the water ain't good. You should boil that water if you do get running water. But if you live in Beaumont, you ain't got running water. All right. So first things first, how is it affecting our economy? The gas prices. What else is going on? Is the water. The water shut off in Beaumont. And in other places where you've been hit in flood water, I want to drink that water. It's contaminated, first off. All right, as the water recedes, now we're seeing problems with these plants, these chemical plants. All right, the links are going to be at the bottom. Thursday, Friday, today, Saturday morning, early. Well, it's Friday night, 10:35, but these fires are going on at these chemical plants like Ericum. And they had to mandatory evacuate the people around there. And where these plants are, these are local areas. These certain areas where these plants are ain't the only plants going under. All right, this is where the oil production is. Right now, the oil production is at a standstill, folks. It's at a standstill. And then if you live around these areas, all right, you got chemical plants blowing up because of the flood waters receding. They can't keep cool. They ain't got people working. All right, because, yes, I'll be doing the same thing. I won't care about going to work. I'll be caring about my family, make sure my family's all right. But this is what's happening, folks. All right. So they said that the oil production is going to be shut down for a couple days. It's going to be shut down past this week, too, with all the disasters. And if you live in this area, around these chemical plants, you don't even know how far these chemicals could reach. It's not good to breathe in the air. Police, I think, hold on, let's go down. People like first responders and stuff that went to these chemical places had to go to the hospital because they were irritated from breathing in the air. So, the water's contaminated. This is what's going on, folks. Water's contaminated. Beaumont's water is completely shut off. You got chemical plants blowing up, all right, or having fires, all right. You got, for the rest of the country, we're going to feel the effects from the oil prices. All right, so this is going to cause a big strain on our economy. And this ain't a couple days, a couple weeks. This is going to be months in the work. All right, folks. And on top of that, all right, is these hospitals. All right, these hospitals are going short. All right, There's shortage. The links are going to be at the bottom. How Hurricane Harvey crippled the health system. Already strained hospitals are overloaded with uninsured patients, shelters, and struggling to treat the wounded. So in Beaumont, you ain't got no running water. Those hospitals are in, you can't even have surgery or nothing like that because they ain't got running water, folks. You can't even drink water, all right? And it's not just them, it's all over. Houston is the biggest city in the United States of America with the biggest healthcare complex and one of the world's best healthcare system that's completely shut down. There's shortage on stuff. Either roads are incapable to come through from floods, damages, or too many patients, all right? And there's a shortage. Then you got oil prices that's crazy. We're going to feel that also, all right? So I want you, everyone down there, just to think about what's going on. This is some serious stuff, all right? And on top of it all, you be thinking about these billion-dollar cruise lines, all right? You'd think that they would send their ships there, you know, so people could go on these ships and they could move these people, masses of people. But instead of that, U.S. military sends warships, aircraft to Texas. Yes. I understand the aircraft to go rescue, but warships? You do not need warships for this disaster. You need, if you're going to send ships, send the Carnival that could hold 5,000 to 10,000 people and you can move these people. Alright, so it's crazy what's going down there. First, we got the oil. Alright, it's going to affect our whole country, how I'm going down, and our economy. Alright, but the main things is the water is contaminated. The main things, these plants, these chemical plants are causing fires. All right, it's unsafe to breathe air. A main thing is these hospitals are short because, like in Beaumont, they ain't even got running water to do anything. And then they're short on the supplies because so many people are coming in there. All right, folks. I think on top of that, all right, you got people with disabilities that need their medicines and all that stuff. And the hospitals down there cannot do it. It's overwhelmed. All right. And now they're going to send U.S. military down there. I mean, aircraft carriers and warships, not aircraft carriers, but warships. When you can send a cruise line that earns billions of dollars and take all the people out there and they could all have a room for a couple nights and move somewhere else in the United States of America. We're going to stay up on this. And what's the most messed up part is we're going to see even more stuff in a few weeks. Once the water recedes, we're going to see mosquitoes, flies. All right? We're going to see disease outbreaks from these are major cities. All right? Where a lot of people, a lot of animals, you know, all come together. Fourth largest in the United States of America. When that water recedes, you're going to see virus outbreaks. Hospitals ain't got enough supplies. Hospitals ain't got running water. Cities ain't got running waters. All right? People are out of jobs. All right? You can't even drive on some of these roads because they're not even repaired. All right? So we're going to stay up to date on this. We got a lot more breaking news. You're going to see me back on September the 4th. And if you live on the East Coast, please be prepared. And if you live in Houston, Southeast Texas, or Louisiana, and I would move out these states too right now, go somewhere where you have running water, where you have hospitals, you know what I'm saying? And don't go to the East Coast. This is the No Face Movement. Moving to next time. Facing off. Please like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Facebook. This is the movement to next time. Facing off.